Do you know what separates the candidates who actually clear the exam from those who just miss it by few marks? It's not always knowledge, according to me. I think it is the strategy. And the best way to fine tune your strategy is through cutoff analysis. So in this video, I will break down the SEBI Grade A cutoff and I will help you to understand that what this cutoff tell us, how they have changed over the years and how you can use them to ace the next examination. If you ask me what is actually cutoff analysis, it basically means studying the minimum marks required to qualify the each stage of the examination. But here's the key: it is not just about the numbers, it is about understanding the exam trends, difficulty level, competition, subject weightage, and even SEBI's changing focus from year to year. So by the end of this video, cutoff analysis will help you to understand or identify the safe score targets, understand the paper difficulty trends, plan smart attempt in phase 1, as well as it will help you to prioritize the subjects you need to go for phase 1 as well as phase 2. So let's look at the real data. In 2022, cutoff rose sharply. It was just because of easier general awareness and reasoning section. By 2024, we saw a balanced moderation, meaning the candidates had to perform consistently across all the sections in order to clear this examination. So you need to notice the difference between phase 2 as well as the final cutoff, which shows the weightage of interview stage as well, and it will remind you that written scores alone don't guarantee the selection. So let's get started with the discussion. My name is Madhav Sir. I welcome you on the Regulatory Bodies YouTube channel by Testbook. First of all, we all know that the phase 1 examination is going to be conducted on 10th of January and phase 2 will be on 21st of February. Interview dates will be announced later. Phase 1 comprises of two papers, paper 1, paper 2. Paper 1 is general in nature of 100 marks, which include quant, reasoning, English and general awareness, with major focus on financial sector related current affairs, specifically related to capital market and SEBI. Time will be 60 minutes and the cutoff which you require to clear this exam is 30%, paper 1. In paper 2 for general stream, there are different subjects which include commerce and accountancy, management and finance. Then we have costing, company act as well as economics. Again 100 marks, but time will be only 40 minutes. Please watch this. And you have to score 40% at least to clear paper 2. And overall out of 200, you need to score 80 marks, that is 40% to clear the phase 1 examination. And phase 1 examination is qualifying in nature. तो अब 2024 के बाद से सेबी ने phase 1 के लिए कोई कट ऑफ कैलकुलेशन नहीं करेगा सेबी एज पर दी अनाउंसमेंट. इसमें क्या होगा, दोज हु आर सेटिंग फॉर फेज 1, if they score 30% in paper 1, 40% in paper 2 and 40% overall, they will be appearing in the phase 2 examination. But in case of phase 2, the things are a bit different. In case of phase 2, paper 1 is English descriptive with 100 marks, but the weightage is 1/3. In case of paper 2, the same paper as that of phase 1, but here the weightage is 2/3. Cutoff is 30% same, cutoff is 40% same, but the weightage is different. Now this 1/3 and 2/3 calculation will brings the total for phase 2 out of 100, and this total out of 100 should be 70 plus for an unreserved category student preparing for SEBI Grade A general stream as per my analysis, and I will be showcasing that analysis with you. Once you clear this, then you will be attempting the interview, and in the interview part, 15% weightage will be given to the marks obtained in interview and 85% weightage will be given to the marks you have already obtained in the phase 2 examination. But the question is कि सर हम इतना क्यों पढ़ें, क्यों सुने, क्यों आपकी बात पे इतना ध्यान दें? उसका reason है what you are going to get in the end. Obviously, if you start working with SEBI, you will get a chance to work with the great minds of the country, and it will give you a lifelong learning journey when you start your job or when you start your career with SEBI, because working with the regulatory bodies is an opportunity where you will be working with the elite minds and you will be learning on your regular basis. You will be understanding the changing dynamic of economics on regular basis. But the something which is going to push you harder is the salary. With accommodation and without accommodation, the values are given. So with accommodation, it will be 1,43,000. It is the total salary which you are going to receive, including the allowances. And without accommodation, where HRA will be given, it will be 1,84,000, which is one of the highest paid job in the country, obviously highest paid government job in the country. This is a source of motivation for you, along with the persona of operating or working or starting your career in the regulatory bodies or in the apex authority of the country. Now, if I jump to the cutoff, the cutoff analysis will be done in this video for 2024 as well as 2022. In 2024, phase 1 cutoff was not given, as I already said कि भैया आपको पेपर 1 में 30% स्कोर करना, पेपर 2 में 40% स्कोर करना, और आपका जो ओवरऑल स्कोर है दैट शुड बी 40%, यानी कि पेपर 1 में यू हैव टू स्कोर 30 बेयर मिनिमम आउट ऑफ 100, 40 बेयर मिनिमम आउट ऑफ 100 फॉर पेपर 2, और जो आपका टोटल स्कोर है दैट शुड बी बेयर मिनिमम 80 आउट ऑफ 100. अगर आप ऐसा स्कोर करते हैं, ये तीनों कंडीशंस को साइमल्टेनियसली फुलफिल करते हैं, यू विल बी राइटिंग द फेज 2. द मोमेंट यू सिट फॉर फेज 2, द थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू चेंज. अब फेज 2 में क्या चेंजेस होने वाले हैं, पहले मैं वो चेंजेस आपको समझा दूं, तभी आप कट ऑफ एनालिसिस कर पाएंगे, तभी आप चीज़ों को समझ पाएंगे, तभी मेरे इस डिस्कशन का भी आपको फायदा होगा, अदरवाइज इट इज ऑफ न्यू यूज. तो अगर मैं यहाँ पे आपके साथ डिस्कशन करूं, प्लीज पे अटेंशन ऑन द स्क्रीन. If I talk about phase 2, in phase 2 guys, what's going to happen, you have paper 1 which is English descriptive, and in phase 2 you have paper 2 which is as same as that of paper 2 in phase 1. क्यों सेम है? क्योंकि सर टॉपिक सेम है, यूनिट सेम है, एग्जामिनेशन का फॉर्मेट सेम है, बस लेवल ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन ऑब्वियसली इंक्रीज होगा इन फेज 2 फॉर पेपर 2. यहाँ पर you will be getting questions such as write an essay, or you will be getting a question that is reading comprehension, and you will be replying the answers in the descriptive format, and even you will get the questions that could be précis writing or letter writing. यहाँ पे you need to write answers with the help of keyboard itself, the way you do for RBI Grade B examination, and this score will be given out of 100. In paper 2 also, you will be getting the questions in the objective format. Score will be again given out of 100. Now, let's suppose you have scored, let's say, 78 marks. I'm just taking an example, 78 marks in paper 1, and you have scored, let's say, again, 78 marks in paper 2. Now, how it will be converted? So, it will be converted to 1/3. So 1/3 basically means 1/3 weightage basically means 78 की जगह what will be added? 1/3 marks will be added, which is 2 and 6, 26 plus. यहाँ पे अगर हम बात करें, the weightage will be 2/3. So what marks will be added? That is 26 into 2, which is 52 if I'm not wrong. And if you add them, the total comes out to be again 78, and this is the final score out of 100. अगर यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा confusion हो रहा है regarding the numbers, let's change this. Let's take it to 72. अगर मैं इसको 72 ले जाऊं, तो 72 का 2/3 क्या होगा? So 72 का 2/3 होगा, that is 24 into 2, that will be 48. So you'll add 48 into this, and after adding this is going to be 14, and you have 74 out of 100. This is how the calculation is done. ठीक, अब इसी बेसिस पे अगर मैं आपको बताऊं, तो फेज 2 का जो एग्जामिनेशन था फॉर जनरल स्ट्रीम, it was 66.5 for unreserved category. In legal it was 71.33. Information technology it was 83. तो यहाँ पे ये कट ऑफ इतनी ज्यादा क्यों है? So because of number of vacancies as well as the number of candidates applying for the same. This was 66.5, which means around 70% you need to score in both the exams. That means in paper 1 and paper 2 to sit for interview. अब अगर मैं फाइनल स्कोर की बात करूं, फाइनल स्कोर में क्या हुआ होगा? सर जो आपके मार्क्स आए थे 74 out of 100 in phase 2, इसका वेटेज विल बी 85%, एंड लेट्स से यू स्कोर, एग्जाम्पल ले रहा हूँ, आउट ऑफ 100 यू स्कोर 70 मार्क्स, इसका वेटेज होगा 15% बिकॉज इट इज द इंटरव्यू मार्क्स, एंड इनका टोटल किया जाएगा, एंड देन यू विल गेट अ स्कोर अगेन आउट ऑफ 100, एंड दैट स्कोर इज 69.30, अगेन अराउंड 70%. तो यहाँ से अगर हम अभी सोचें तो 2024 का एग्जामिनेशन हमें ये कहता है कि इफ यू वांट टू क्लियर दिस एग्जामिनेशन, you want to clear this examination in general stream and you are from unreserved category, then your target should be 70 plus marks in all the papers, in all the phases, especially in phase 2 and interview, to clear this examination. Now let's check out the 2022 as well. 2022 में phase 1 के लिए भी कट ऑफ दी गई थी क्योंकि वहां पर क्वालिफाइंग फॉर्मेट नहीं था. It was the scenario कि phase 1 में डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द नंबर ऑफ वैकेंसीज एंड नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स हु आर गोइंग टू अपीयर फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन, उसके बेसिस पे शॉर्टलिस्टिंग की गई एंड दैट वाज 64.82। और ये जो कट ऑफ थी इट वाज प्रीटी हाई एज इन कंपैरिजन टू द 2020 डेटा या उससे पहले के जो डेटास थे। उसका रीजन क्या रहा सर? उसका रीजन सिंपल रहा कि जनरल अवेयरनेस और इंग्लिश आसान थी, सॉरी जनरल अवेयरनेस और रीजनिंग आसान थी, जिसकी वजह से फेज 1 की कट ऑफ इंक्रीज हुई। बट इन केस ऑफ फेज 2 the cutoff dropped down, and this cutoff dropped down because of what? So it dropped down because of the difficulty level was increased tremendously in the paper 2 for specifically for finance as well as for your accountancy वाला part। अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर अगर मुझे इस एग्जामिनेशन को क्लियर करना है तो उस एग्जामिनेशन को क्लियर करने के लिए मेरा फॉर्मेट ऑफ टारगेट क्या होगा? तो सबसे पहली चीज, फेज 1 इज नथिंग टू वरी। तो आई एक्सपेक्ट कि फेज 1 में you will easily score 30% in paper 1, you will easily score 40% in paper 2, you will easily score 40% out of 200, that is for sure। लेकिन फेज 1 से सिलेक्शन तो मिलेगी नहीं, सिलेक्शन जो मिलेगी दैट विल बी फ्रॉम फेज 2। और फेज 2 में अगर मैं इंग्लिश की बात करूं तो इंग्लिश डिस्क्रिप्टिव पार्ट जो है दैट इज गोइंग टू बी योर बेस्ट शॉट। व्हाई इट इज गोइंग टू बी, और यू नीड टू टेक इट एज अ बेस्ट शॉट बिकॉज आउट ऑफ 100 चाहे कुछ हो जाए you have to target 70 plus marks, otherwise it's going to be really very tough to clear this examination। what I mean to say is कि अगर मैं इसका 1/3 करूं, so in that particular case I'm expecting if I go for 1/3 for this, your score should be at least 22 to 26। तो आपका जो स्कोर है वो 22 to 24 भी रहेगा, then also it is justifying, then also it is good to go। तो इसका मतलब यही हुआ कि आपका जो स्कोर है आउट ऑफ 100 इट शुड बी अराउंड 70। लेकिन अगर मैं पेपर 2 की बात करूं, अगेन पेपर 2 योर स्कोर शुड बी 70 प्लस आउट ऑफ 100। और यहां पे क्या होगा सर? इट विल बी 2/3, एंड इफ इट इज गोइंग टू बी 2/3 दैट मीन्स इट विल बी 44 टू आई वुड से 48। अगर आप इस सेगमेंट में स्कोर कर लेते हैं देन इट गिव्स यू अ ब्राइट चांस टू क्लियर दिस एग्जामिनेशन। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 2/3, वरना 100 में से ये मैंने स्कोर आपको बता दिया, दोनों में 70 प्लस चाहिए। तो अगर आप इसको टोटल करेंगे यू विल लैंड समवेयर अराउंड 66 टू 72 के आसपास। तो अगर आप इस सेगमेंट के बीच में स्कोर कर लेते हैं एज पर द पास्ट ईयर एनालिसिस, कीपिंग इन माइंड की एग्जामिनेशन पिछले लेवल का ही होगा, कीपिंग इन माइंड की कंपटीशन पिछले लेवल का होगा, तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी योर सेफ स्कोर टू क्लियर दिस पर्टिकुलर एग्जामिनेशन। मैं हर बार बोलता हूं कि जब भी कभी आप कट ऑफ एनालिसिस करते हैं ऑलवेज टारगेट 10 to 15 मार्क्स अबव द प्रीवियस ईयर कट ऑफ। बट जहां पे ऑलरेडी कट ऑफ बहुत ज्यादा है, इन केस ऑफ दिस यू कैनॉट think of 10 or 15 marks, you can think of scoring around 70% in all the papers, in all the phases, which will help you a lot। अब स्टूडेंट का थॉट यहाँ पर क्या होना चाहिए? स्टूडेंट का डॉट ये होना चाहिए कि हाउ आई हैव टू यूज दिस डेटा। सो यूजिंग दिस डेटा इज फर्स्ट इज दिस डेटा इज गोइंग टू बी अ बेंचमार्क। तो मैंने आपके लिए बेंचमार्क सेट कर दिया। इफ यू वांट टू क्लियर दिस एग्जाम, बेंचमार्क इज 70 मार्क्स आउट ऑफ 100 इन ऑल द पेपर्स इन ऑल द फेजेस। फेज 1 में ना भी लोगे तो भी चलेगा, लेकिन पहले से रेडी रहोगे तो इट विल बी गुड फॉर यू। Second is smart attempts। If phase 1 has negative marking या अगर एग्जाम में negative marking है, you need to plan your attempts in an appropriate manner। और phase 2 में, phase 2 के केस में अगर मैं बात करूं तो phase 2 की preparation you are doing with phase 1 only because paper 2 is common in both। But अगर आप worried about English descriptive, don't worry, English descriptive के बारे में you can prepare once you have done with your phase 1 examination। Is it clear? So this way you are not guessing, rather you are preparing with data। वरना अगर आप guess करेंगे और उसके हिसाब से सोचेंगे कि एग्जामिनेशन क्लियर हो जाएगा, that is going to be difficult। I hope cutoff don't just reflect competition, they reflect SEBI's expectations, and that is clear to you। Higher the cutoff often means the paper tested speed, accuracy as well as your understanding of a particular topic। लोअर कट ऑफ अगर किसी साल में गई है दैट इज यूजुअली ड्यू टू दी कॉन्सेप्चुअल एंड एनालिटिकल क्वेश्चंस व्हिच वर इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय सेबी। सो सेबी isn't just checking the memory of the candidate कि आप कितनी अच्छे से चीजों को याद कर रहे हो, rather it is testing how well you understand the SEBI's rules and regulations, how well you understand the analytical reasoning behind n number of changes which have been done by SEBI in the past, and how well you relate the other topics of accountancy, commerce, economics, company law while inculcating your preparation for SEBI examination. So if I sum it up, cutoff analysis is like your exam compass. So it shows where the toppers stand, where you currently are, and how far you need to go. So before you dive into your next mock test, check the last year's cutoff and plan smarter, not harder, in order to clear your examination. But before I conclude, guys, I have an announcement to make. We have already launched SEBI crash course for SEBI Grade A examination, where we are covering in much detail all your paper 2 subjects, all your paper 1 subjects, and all the subjects will be completed before phase 1, so that you are super duper ready before phase 1. Or जैसे phase 1 clear होगा, for phase 2 specifically we will be practicing a lot. We will be increasing the level of questions for paper 2 subjects for phase 2, so that you can clear that examination as well. So I hope this session, you must have found this session helpful. If yes, then hit the like button, subscribe for more SEBI Grade A insights, and drop a comment below with your score target for this year, that how much you are targeting this year to clear this examination. So let's see how close we can get to the real cutoff by keeping in mind that this is my target. Let's see your target, your actual score, and the real cutoff is going to change in the near future. Good luck. God bless you all.